So many of you work for yourself, and that's cool. And I think you have a better opportunity with the internet at your disposal to work for yourself or be a freelancer. We've shared a couple of useful articles with you in the past to help you identify what you might need to watch out for should you want to become a freelancer. But let's say you're looking for a successful freelancer, because there's a lot of freelancers out there. And I guess to a certain degree, I'm a freelancer. You could pay me to give you business advice and help you find solutions. I charge far less than the average freelancer. I charge $97 a year for intelligence, the intelligence that I don't normally share outright on YouTube or lockergnome.com. That, of course, is through the program at gnomies.com. Pretty affordable if you ask me. So if you're looking for a successful freelancer, who isn't me, you may want to take a look at the article we just wrote up on lockergnome.com outlining a few services and ideas that will get you closer to being happy with the freelancer that you find. Because someone says, oh, I am proficient in this technology and that technology, you might hire them and find out that they suck and they charged you for something that you ultimately couldn't use. I've been a victim of that in the past. I've hired people that I probably shouldn't have hired for freelance work. I'm very lucky to be surrounded by a team that I love very much right now. So I don't think anybody has to worry about it if you work with Locker Gnome at this point in time. But it's happened to me in the past. So, keeping your eye out for some gotchas before they become gotchas is important. So whether you are a freelancer yourself and you're looking for services to get your own services out there, or you are someone looking for a freelancer, knowing what to look for, this article is going to come in handy. I'm going to go ahead and +1 tweet and like it on the article page itself, linked in the video's description itself. One of the sources that we found in reaching out and finding freelancers, successful freelancers in the market to get quotes to help guide you. This is not just some random blog post. We pulled in experts, okay? I've got experience. These people have experience. We're trying to share these experiences with you. Why? To save you time, to save you money, to save you resources, okay? You can't just go to a public forum, post your job, and then expect that the first person to respond is the best person to complete that job. It's not so easy. So, we pulled in some resources, including James Fend from Freelancify, which, by the way, is a fantastic resource itself, to help give you a better idea of what you might want to watch out for. And I'm going to, draw, I would say, an illusion of sorts, a correlation, when someone says that they are a social media expert, and I look at their public profile on Twitter, and they have 100 followers or 1,000 followers, and most of what they're posting is just regurgitated crap, I'm like, yeah, not so much. Or they say, oh, I know social media, and I look and they have no Facebook presence, they don't even have a YouTube channel, they're not on Empire Avenue, they're not on Twitter or hardly at all. Whoa, where's your excuse? Now, there's one thing if they say they're a social media expert, and it's another thing entirely if other people call them an expert. See, that's the key when it comes with expertise. It's better that someone else calls you an expert rather than you calling yourself an expert. That's why very rare, I don't think I've ever called myself an expert. I've called myself a geek. I've called myself a gun for hire, although I've never really shot a weapon. A geek for hire. But, more than anything, your experience should speak for itself. Before I would hire anybody, I look at what they've done to see could they do something the same way for me. And it's not even a matter of time or budget, it's a matter of experience. So finding someone to fit the bill, it's not just finding a body, right? It's not just finding someone who could do it, it's finding someone who can do it. And this translates to anything. Whether you're starting up a website or a service and you're needing to work with other people, surrounding yourself with those right people is crucial to the success of any endeavor. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull it over to, see here, the Gnomies chat. David Banther, another registered Gnomie, always laughs at the social media expert title. Sorry if that's not very visible. This is, by the way, gnomies.com. I was just referring to it a bit ago. These people have asked me for my business advice, and I've given it to them because they're basically a part of that little group, and you can become a part of it too at nomies.com. I have to agree with him, laughing at the social media expert title. David says he considers himself experienced, but never say he is an expert. See, that's very important. I think it's very humbling as well. Do you agree with Tim Ferriss' book of the 4-Hour Workweek and overseas freelancers? Chris, Jose, I haven't had any true experiences. I haven't read the book 4-Hour Workweek. I couldn't even recommend that book outright. But I think the bottom line is finding someone who works well with you, who is able to do what you need them to do. And look at their track record more than just their resume, printed words on a page. If they say they've done something, have them prove their work. And show you what they absolutely can do. Brian notes, Chris, I have a few questions from YouTube in text edit. So Brian here, what he's doing is he's collecting questions that you're asking on YouTube, the live video feed, and we're actually going to respond to those questions later on in this particular live TLDR broadcast. I would never say I'm an expert unless I had the skills to prove it, says Kay Grames. That's the thing. You could say you're an expert, but ultimately, if you can't share that experience or show that experience, I'm going to call BS on it. So we've identified other ways using, our network of freelance experts in this particular article to help you find that next freelancer and be successful. And if you are a freelancer and you're thinking about being a freelancer, and everybody should be thinking about being a freelancer because I think it's the future of business, we'll be able to help.